Are you constantly searching for a trading strategy that just clicks, that finally works? Well, if you feel like you're stuck in that loop, this explainer is definitely for you. We're going to break down why the problem might not be your strategy at all, but something much, much deeper.
And this quote right here, this really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. See, real consistency isn't about having some magical 100% win rate. It's all about having a disciplined, repeatable process, especially when the market feels quiet and, let's be honest, kind of boring.
Every trader is on that hunt for an edge, right? That one little thing that's going to bring in the consistent profits. But here's a thought. What if you're looking in the completely wrong place? All right, so first up, we need to talk about the biggest myth in trading. This idea that some secret strategy is the key that unlocks everything.
And this right here just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got the myth that most traders are chasing, the perfect strategy, that one secret indicator, the thrill of the trade. But the reality for the pros, it's the complete opposite. Their edge comes from consistent behavior, a disciplined process, and a routine that is frankly boring. So here's the crucial takeaway. The inconsistency you see in your results, it comes from you. Yeah, the market is chaotic, for sure, but the real randomness in your P&L comes from your own decisions changing day to day. If your behavior isn't consistent, your results never will be. It's that simple.
Okay, to really grasp why consistent behavior is so critical, we've got to get inside the heads of the biggest players in the game. Let's talk about the mindset of what we call smart money. Now, smart money isn't just about being smarter than everyone else. It's about sheer scale. We're talking about institutions with billions of dollars they need to put to work. They don't just react to the market. Their massive orders create the market moves we all see on the charts. They're playing a totally different game. But here's the kicker, though. Their goal isn't personal. It's not about taking your money specifically. It's a logistical problem. To buy or sell billions of dollars worth of an asset, they need someone on the other side of that trade. So their primary job is to hunt for pools of orders, to find fuel, so they can get their own positions filled. So if smart money needs all this fuel, where do they find it? Well, that brings us to the single most important concept in institutional trading, liquidity. You can think of liquidity as a giant magnet for price. It's just a dense area of buy and sell orders. And where do retail traders love to put their orders, especially their stop losses? You guessed it, at very predictable, very obvious levels. These pools of money are the exact fuel the institutions need. And here's where it's all hiding in plain sight. You know those textbook support and resistance levels? Those obvious recent highs and lows? Those big psychological round numbers? Well, I hate to break it to you, but they aren't safe zones. They are targets. They are massive pools of liquidity where everyone's stop-loss orders are clustered together, just waiting to be hunted. Okay, so let's piece this all together and see how this builds into what feels like a trek. We're going to look at how smart money uses these liquidity zones through a concept called inducement. Here's the institutional playbook broken down into 5 simple steps. First, an obvious price level forms. Then, retail traders see a classic setup and they jump in, placing their orders and stops. Then, bam, price is deliberately pushed just past that level, triggering all those stop losses. That flood of sell or buy orders is the liquidity the institutions need. They absorb it all, and only then does the real move they wanted all along actually begin. Sound familiar? Ever been stopped out right before the market rips in your direction? Yep, this is why. And this brings us right back to the central problem. The trap works so well because retail traders are inconsistent. When one setup fails, they jump to a new indicator, a new time frame, a new guru on YouTube. They're constantly trying to fix an external problem, when the real issue is internal. They haven't stabilized their own behavior. So, what's the solution to all this? Well, if the problem is inconsistent behavior, then the solution has to be a disciplined, unwavering routine. Just look at this breakdown of a professional trader's real edge. The technical stuff, understanding market structure, liquidity, imbalances, that makes up about 70%. That's a huge chunk, right? But look at what's left. That other 30% is all the stuff most traders ignore: confirmation signals, patience, risk management, and psychology. Your mindset isn't just some small part of the equation. It is a massive piece of your professional edge.
This right here is the true test of a trader. The market will constantly tempt you, bait you into breaking your rules. Fear, greed, FOMO, they'll be screaming at you. Real skill isn't about perfectly predicting the next move. It's about executing your plan flawlessly, even when every fiber of your being is telling you to do something else.
And this is the choice every single trader has to make. Do you want the emotional roller coaster of excitement, which just leads to a pile of random outcomes? Or do you want the methodical, brick-by-brick building process of a routine, which leads to stable results? Professional trading isn't about excitement, it's about disciplined construction. A boring routine is what builds a consistent outcome. If you only take one single thing away from this explainer, please let it be this. Stop searching for the perfect strategy. It doesn't exist. Instead, start building your own consistent, repeatable behavior. Your discipline is your edge. And in the end, it really is that simple. The market is a chaotic, messy place, but it rewards discipline. It rewards the traders who can show up and do the same right things day in and day out, no matter what happened on the last trade. It rewards those who are boringly, beautifully, and profitably repeatable.